Hi everyone, my name is Shantine. Welcome to my channel. This is the first video that I'm ever making for my YouTube channel. If you see any other videos on my YouTube channel, those are for like class projects because I used to major in journalism, but this is like the real first video that's going to be put out. So I thought that this video would be more of a get to know me through my 2019 New Year's resolution list. I know it's February, but everybody knows that January is more of a trial month and it's better late than never. So that's what we're gonna do today. And then I also asked on my Instagram for people to ask me some kind of Q&As. Well, before we get started with that, I kind of wanted to just explain a little bit about why I'm doing YouTube. I really wanted to start YouTube really just because I wanted to get out of my comfort zone. Like I said, I was a journalism student, so I'm not too shy like in front of the camera or editing or those kinds of things, but more of just like doing this in front of people, I guess. For example, I'm perfectly fine talking to the camera right now, but my roommate slash best friend is sleeping in the other room, and that kind of makes me nervous because she could probably hear me. But that's kind of one of the things that I want to work on while having a YouTube channel. And then the other thing is kind of just like getting me to be consistent and holding myself accountable. So for example, I want to post a YouTube video every single week. So now that I've put that out, I can't really not follow through with it. Those are kind of just the things that I wanted to do. I've also wanted to do a YouTube channel for a couple of years now. When I was majoring in journalism a few years ago, I kind of learned how to edit and do all of these different things, but I just really never got around to it. Okay, anyways, so now we're gonna go through my 2019 New Year's resolution list. And the first thing that I put down was something that was actually inspired by another YouTuber. They're a YouTuber couple. They're called Jasmine and Joshua. So what Jasmine did was, because you know it's 2019, she chose 19 new things she wanted to try this year, and so that's what I did too. Let me just get my list. Okay, so the first thing that I put, I'm looking at my book here. The first thing that I put was take a dance class. I really like music, I really love listening to it, and I really like to sing even though I'm not good at it. Like, I'm not really the person who's like out there dancing. I like school dances or like in the club or anything, so I think kind of learning how to like be comfortable with moving my body, I think that would really help. Okay, and then the second thing was I want to travel to somewhere new. Me and my boyfriend, we always try to travel somewhere new each year. This year we're really hoping to go to New York for Christmas or for New Year's. I don't really know how that's gonna work out yet, but it would also be really cool to go somewhere new in Arizona that we haven't been yet. The third thing is to do a fun run. That's kind of gonna tie in with my other goals for later, but I've always wanted to do a fun run, like an obstacle course, or like where they have like the neon lights, or like they do the, I don't know what it's called, but like they throw colors on you and then you run, the color fun run, I don't know. Anyways, and then the fourth thing I want to do is watch the sunrise at the lake. Me and my friends, we always go to this lake when we have time together. We like to go to this lake, and we usually go at night, either right before the sun goes down or like when it's already dark. And I don't think I've actually ever seen like the sun come up while we were there, so that's something that I want to do, just something new. And then the fifth thing is hike Camelback Mountain. That's the hardest mountain around the Phoenix area, well, so that I've heard. I've actually haven't tried like real hiking. Then number 6, I want to do my own full face of makeup. I don't know anything about makeup. What I'm wearing right now, my aunt actually did for me, so that's something new that I want to learn. I do want to start wearing makeup, and I do want to be able to do it on my own, so that's something that I want to do by the end of the year. Number 7, try new culture food. Anything like, I actually don't know what I haven't tried yet. I've actually tried a lot of foods, but I guess we'll figure that out when it comes. And then number 8, celebrate a friend's anniversary. So I celebrate a friend's anniversary with my best friend, Shantae, and then I celebrate my anniversary with my boyfriend. But I have a few other best friends. We actually don't celebrate our friend's anniversary, so that's something new that I want to do this year. And then the 9th thing is I want to dedicate a full day to giving back. So that could be anything, like volunteering, you know, like giving out food, or having my boyfriend and I just like getting supplies together, handing them out, anything like that. Number 10, I want to attend a workshop for something. I don't know what exactly for yet. That could be like a leadership workshop, or like something like a fundamental life skill like CPR or something. I don't know, something new. And then I also want to bake a cake from scratch, because I have this grandma and she bakes everything from scratch. She is like the best cook. And when I was smaller, we used to do a lot of baking together, and when I used to spend summers with her, we would do that. But I haven't done that for a really, really long time. I barely make cakes from the box now, so I want to do that. Well, and I actually want it to be good. Like, okay, anyways. Number 12, I want to go to a chiropractor, because I'm seriously like an 80-year-old woman. All of my bones crack every time I move. There's a certain spot on my back that always hurts. So I want to go to a chiropractor. Number 13, I want to go to a Phoenix Suns game. I've been to a Mercury game before, and fun fact, I've actually got to meet the players, like Brittany Griner. That was pretty cool. But anyways, yeah, I want to go to Phoenix Suns game. I actually really do enjoy watching basketball, and I think that if I'm going to go to like a professional basketball game, I would like it to be like my home team first, if that makes sense. Okay, then number 14, I want to go to 13 Floors. I love Halloween. I love like scary movies. I love everything scary, but I've never been to 13 Floors. I'm actually really nervous about that. My heart is starting to race. Anyways, number 15, I don't know what this ride is called, but I want to ride it. It's at the state fair. It's like the tallest one that's always at the state fair. And you basically get on it and really just go up, like really slow. And then you just drop. Freaks me out. I'm literally shaking right now just thinking about it. But the point is to get out of my comfort zone. And then number 16, I want to have a photo shoot with my boyfriend, like a professional photo shoot with my boyfriend and then with my family. I know my family and I, we used to take photo shoots like a really long time ago. And now that I've gotten older, I think I would really just like appreciate it more. So that's one thing. Then number 17, go on a picnic. I've never been on a picnic before. I think it's just like a little really cute thing to do. It doesn't have to be with like my boyfriend, like a friend, or even my family. Number 18 is kind of a really personal one. Number 18 is I would like to speak to a therapist. Not that there's anything like crazy wrong with me, but I feel like with each person there's always like something that needs to be vented about, or just like needs to be released, whatever. So that's one thing that I want to do. And number 19, I want to get highlights. So right now my hair is kind of like brown, dark brown, whatever, and I want to get highlights, and I'm kind of scared of how it would look, but something new. Okay, so those are the 19 things that I want to try by the end of this year. Now we're going to do like the rest of my big goals for this year. One thing that I really want to complete by the end of the year is to be on baby step number 2 of Dave Ramsey's Get Out of Debt plan. Nobody knows what Dave Ramsey is. I'll kind of go over it real quick. So Dave Ramsey is like a financial guru. He basically leads people to get out of debt and, you know, to start saving money for retirement and all of those things. And there's 7 steps. There's 7 steps to his plan. First step is saving an emergency fund, about $1,000. Then the second step is to pay off all of your debt with a sort of debt strategy called the debt snowball. So by the end of the year, I want to be on step number 2, which is starting to pay off our debt. And that'll be a whole other video. And then the second thing is I want to be more consistent with the gym and being active. I was on a really good path last year, but I fell off of it. And I just remember when I was when I was like really consistent with it, I was feeling good. So that is something that I want to get back onto. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure to pass all of my classes. I am a junior at Arizona State University. I am, right now I'm just majoring in American Indian Studies, but I do want to double major eventually in nonprofit management leadership. So basically for my goal for this year is to pass all of my classes, because I did struggle a while ago with my classes and kind of just like balancing life, I guess. So that's just one really big thing that I want to do, is pass those classes and then raise my GPA and also start my second degree. Oh Lord. Okay, and then the third thing, I think this is the fourth thing, is I want to do more self-care. I feel like I haven't really been doing that. I definitely didn't do that well in 2018, so that's something I want to make sure I stay on top of, which includes just like eating healthier, drinking more water, trying different like self-help techniques, I guess. So like focusing more on the right things, saying no more, prioritizing myself, basically just those kinds of things. I want to give more time to things that actually matter to me. For example, with YouTube, a couple things I want to do also is get back on track with my Herbalife plan. If no one knows what Herbalife is like a nutrition journey, like journey to fitness and health. That's another thing that I want to get back on top of, because I really do enjoy that. I've always wanted to write a book. I have so many book ideas, but I haven't actually put the time into it. So that's one of my passions. Then really getting more involved with my community, my Native American community. That can be done several different ways. So those are really just like things that I want to focus on more this year, and being consistent and making sure that everything I do has a purpose. So those were all of my 2019 resolutions. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through the questions that were asked for me on Instagram. So let's see. And then a few questions, and they were from my best friend. So there you go. One question that was actually consistent was the next place that I want to travel to, and then the second part, the place that I want to travel to the most. The next place I would like to travel to would probably be New York. Just said earlier, I would love to be in New York for New Year's, like to see the ball drop and just everything, and the snow. So that's where I want to go to next. And then the place that I most want to go, I would probably say somewhere out of the country for sure. I don't know, that's a really hard one. Okay, the next question was Dutch or Dunkin'. It really just depends. Dunkin', I really only go for coffee, and I really only go to Dunkin' when they have the pumpkin spice coffee out. I would kill for the pumpkin spice coffee. Okay, and then for Dutch, I would go for like literally any other drink. And then pasta or steak, definitely pasta. Shrimp, chicken Alfredo pasta. Yes. The next question, why am I a hoe? I don't know. What is my favorite coffee? I really love iced mochas because I love chocolate. So like a chocolate coffee, that's but like I said, I really actually do enjoy the pumpkin spice coffees. I could drink those all day. Who is my favorite friend / person? My roommate, the one that I told you earlier, she's the one who asked this question, so I'm pretty sure she just wants me to say her. But we're gonna have some fun with this. I would say my favorite friend would probably be, I'd probably say my boyfriend, because he's the closest person to me. I feel like just because I see him every day, I live with him, we're in a relationship, we've been in a relationship for years, so that's it. I know a few people are gonna get upset with that. Well, if you were to ask like a girl, okay, anyways, my favorite person, I'm gonna skip that one. And then the last question, which is basically gonna go into the end part of my video, what are my videos going to be about on YouTube? So I do want to focus on a few different things. One thing, like I mentioned earlier, is going to be like a financial part. So basically my progress along the Dave Ramsey, so like cash envelope stuffing. That's one really big thing that I want to do. I also want to do like challenges, bringing some of my friends and my boyfriend on the channel. And then I also want to do like vlogs, especially when we do travel. I would love to vlog those. And then I would also really like to track my journey with Herbalife, and that'll be like a whole other video, as well as the financial. That'll be a whole different thing. And then really just like anything that like really comes to mind. If anybody like has any suggestions, I would love to hear them. So that's what you can look forward to on my channel. That's pretty much it. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment what you liked about it, what you didn't like about it, what you would like to see from me in the future. Then go ahead and subscribe so you can go ahead and see those videos. I'm also going to put my social media information down below so you can follow me on social media, and I'll see you next video.